Hey guys, this is Coach Murnie with Shaker Rocks. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a proper pull-up. So first of all, we want to understand what muscles we're going to be using when we do the pull-up. So the first muscle we're going to be using is our core. Okay, so keep in mind your core is not just your abs, it's everything from your hips all the way up to your shoulders. From there, we're going to be using our biceps. Okay, after that, we'll be using our lats, and then we'll be using our middle and lower track. So those are the four main muscles that we are going to be using as we perform the pull-up. So now that we understand what muscles we're going to be using as we perform the pull-up, the next thing we want to do is make sure that we are fully warmed up. Now I'm going to be honest, as a trainer, this is one of my biggest pet peeves. I cannot stand it when I see someone walk in from outside and jump on something hard. No matter what sport you're playing. I don't care if it's soccer, rock climbing, weightlifting, whatever it is, your body needs a warm-up. So my recommendation is to start off with 5 to 10 minutes of either cardiovascular exercise or some type of dynamic warm-up exercise. Yoga would be a good thing. From there, what we want to do is make sure that we are actually activating the muscles that we are going to be using as we perform the pull-up. So what I'm going to show you today is called a half kneeling pull apart. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be engaging the core at the same time as we're using our lats and our rotator cuff. As rock climbers, we tend to sit like this as I'm sitting here describing this exercise to you. So this exercise is going to activate those muscles in the proper movement pattern so you can be nice and warmed up in order to do the exercise. What you're going to do is you're going to get a resistance band. I have no idea what weight this is, but that doesn't matter. It does not need to be a heavy band, okay? Again, we are just warming up. All we want to do is feel the contractions of the exercise that we're performing, making sure that that muscle feels lubricated and ready to perform. So what you're going to do is you are going to get into a half kneeling position. In this position, I want your ankle underneath your knee, and then your knee underneath your hip. And I don't want you arching the back, doing one of these. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna squeeze our butt cheeks together, tucking our hips up, staying nice and tall. From here, so now we're activating the core, okay? We're getting a stretch through the hip flexor, but we're also activating the core. From here, we're gonna grab the band, starting at eye level. You're gonna pull the band apart and down, so it brings across your chest, and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Come back forward, pull apart, squeeze together. You should feel the contraction in between your shoulder blades. You should be able to pinch a pencil and keep it there. I would recommend 2 sets of 12 repetitions, and on that second set, switch the leg. Successfully performed your warm-up, which should take you no less than 10 minutes. If you have not warmed up, go back. Go warm up. Okay? Warm up. You'll thank me later. Now we're going to do our pull-ups. There are 2 different parts of the pull-up. The initiation and engaging phase, and then the actual pull. So, the first thing we want to do is make sure that we are actually engaging the lower trapezius and our lats. How we're going to do that is we're going to grab the bar. You'll grab the bar, and what you're going to do is you're going to act as if someone came up behind you and tickled you under the armpits. Now, if somebody does that, typically you stand up and squeeze. That is how we engage the lat right here. So what we're going to do is we are going to act as if somebody tickled me. Pull down, pull the shoulders down into your back pocket, and then we're going to relax. Okay, so what we're doing, again, is we're activating the rotator cuff and our lats so they're in the proper position as we start the second phase of the pull-up and pull ourselves up. The second phase would be pulling yourself all the way above the chin. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to do 3 repetitions of the scap phase, or the first phase, and then I'm going to do 3 repetitions of the actual pulling phase. biggest keys with the pull-up. We want to keep our legs as straight as we can and our core actually engaged. When you start to get tired, you will bring your legs up in the air. That is just one of those things. As you get tired, legs come up. So keep that in mind. Squeeze the glutes, keep the legs as straight as you can. Another tip is to actually press and pull through your pinky and your ring finger, okay? So what this allows you to do is actually turn the lat on. The phrase that I like to use is breaking the bar. So when you grab the bar, what I'm thinking about is using all 5 of my fingers, pulling the bar down as if I'm going to break it, okay? Don't break the bar, then you won't have anything to do pull-ups on. That would be most unfortunate. Let's see. From there, we don't want you winging the elbows. That is about the worst thing that I can see anyone do, okay? So as you're pulling up, this means that everything is disengaged. So what we want to do by pulling through the pinky and the ring finger, you're actually bringing that elbow forward, okay? So the positioning of your hands, we don't want them out too wide. We want them just about shoulder width apart, okay? And then doing that, you do want to crank those elbows in. You want to bring the bar and keep them tight. From there, we want full range of motion. What we don't want are half reps, which is this. What that does, it keeps your muscle in a contracted position the entire time. You are not lengthening it out to its optimal position. So you are creating strength only in this frame. Right here, this is where your strength is good. As soon as you go lower, down here, you're screwed. So keep that in mind. That's why we practice full range of motion on every exercise that you do. I think that's it. Now that you understand the mechanics of how to do the pull-up, how do you get better at it? One of my favorite ways in order to get better at pull-ups is called the negative, or in trainer terms, the eccentric portion of the pull-up, meaning we are working the lowering phase. So what we are trying to do is put our body under tension for time. Time under tension is going to help you gain strength. So what we're going to do is you're going to perform the pull-up. You're going to hold for 1 second, and then you're going to lower nice and slow. So this is what it should look like. Now I know what you're thinking. Murnie, I can't even do a pull-up in the first place. I got a solution for you, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these fancy resistance bands, okay? At Shaker Rocks, we have a bunch of them that are in different colors. How you're gonna be able to tell which one is appropriate for you, start with the thicker ones. So they'll be about that long, okay? And what we're gonna do is we are gonna put our knee or our foot through the band, and the band is going to assist us up. Now, in order to actually get strong, we do need to work the negative. So this is a good place to start, but keep in mind that we want to advance to having no band. So what you would do is go from the thickest band and start working your way down, okay? What this would look like. I'm going to try and show you. It's a little difficult with the kind of setup that I have, but I'm going to step through, grab nice and wide. I'm going to push straight down, so all my weight's on this band. I'm going to pull all the way up, and then on the way down, I'm going to go as slow as I can. Pull up nice and quick. Hold for about 1 second. Down, nice and slowly. Now, be careful. I seem to do that every time. I think I got stuck on my socks. Anyway, we want to make sure that you're feeling the contractions, okay? So you should be feeling it in your back and here. You might be feeling it in the biceps. The most important thing is that you are controlled. If you are not staying within a controlled movement pattern, you could be working other muscles, and we don't want to do that. So now I'm going to show you 2 other exercises that you can either do at home or at the gym in order to enhance your pull-ups. The first one we're going to do is called the supine row or the inverted row. It's a very standard exercise. If you do it at home, all you'll need is 2 chairs and a broomstick. What you're going to do is you're going to lay on the ground underneath the bar. Your hands are going to be nice and wide. Make sure that you do have a wide grip and not in the middle. You could break the broomstick. Go nice and wide. Your feet should be underneath your knees. From here, you're going to bring your hips up off the ground, squeezing your butt cheeks together, and pull yourself towards the bar, and then straight back down. Keeping your hips engaged. Don't drop all the way down. Keep them up. Pull, squeeze your back, right back down. Same exact way as you were doing the pull-up. Breaking the bar, pinky and ring finger. Okay? My elbows are turning in, and I can really feel that lat engage. As I pull up, I'm also squeezing my shoulder blades together. The biggest thing that I did forget to mention, this is bad. We don't want you to bring your shoulders up to your ears. Always think shoulders down into the back pocket and chest up. The next exercise we're going to do is a standard plank. Now, the plank does not need to be held for a long period of time. Okay, this is a misconception. What we're working on is making sure that we are contracting every single muscle as we hold the plank. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get our elbows underneath our shoulders, and our wrists should be in line with our elbows. From here, we're going to step our feet back. We're going to tuck our hips up like a scared dog tucking its tail, and I'm going to pull my belly button in towards its spine. From here, I'm going to contract every single muscle I can and squeeze. And continue my deep breathing as I squeeze. Again, in climbing, we are going in positions where we're having to reach and hold tension. Just simply holding the plank for a minute will not be as effective as if you squeeze every single muscle as you're performing the plank. Tuck the hips up, pull the belly button in towards your spine. If you don't feel it, or if you feel it in your lower back, you're not engaging the core right. I hope these tips will help you out, and if you see me around the gym, please feel free to stop and ask me some questions. I'm always here to help you guys out. Thank you.